how many plugins do you really need? Seriously, though, I will talk about like plugins that you probably actually do need to make good music. But before we get into that, I have a little bit of story time, and then also Ty Grail. If you're here, I have some like interesting an interesting idea popped in my head yesterday. I'll tell you about it later. But all right. So a long time ago, and I've never said this publicly. I think I've only told my wife and maybe somebody that was trying to help me coach wise this story. This is like kind of traumatic, but it shouldn't have been. But I mean, it kind of was. So I was. Look, you can hear me, right? Right? Okay. This is like kind of yeah. All right. So when I was a kid, I was about maybe, I don't know, I had to have been younger than 10 or maybe around 10, 11, something like that. We had this old guitar that was like kind of like a hand-me-down acoustic in our family. It was like really hard to play. Actually, it wasn't that hard to play. I take that back. It wasn't that hard to play. Then one night, my father, who was drinking quite a bit, as he does, decided to fall down the stairs and land on said guitar and snapped it in half, like literally broke the guitar in half. And maybe I was a little older, maybe, but anyway, he broke it in half. And so I had only like barely started playing guitar, like just like kind of just not really, but you know, kind of. I had just started. Maybe a few months before that. So I might have been 12. And it was, so yeah, it got broke pretty bad. And he didn't fix it. He didn't fix it. Well, he did fix it, but like a year and a half, 2 years later. And I always thought in the back of my mind, like, what would have happened if he didn't break the guitar? Like, how much farther ahead, how much better a guitar, I probably would have stuck with guitar more. You know what I mean? Like, because I had really been into the guitar. At the same time, I could have maybe said something about it. I probably could have got my mom to fix it faster. I was internally upset, like a little bit traumatized that it, like, from all that thing. But the guitar was just broke, and then I just let it just stop me from wanting to make music. Like I just was like, okay, I guess I can't make music now. My guitar is broke, you know? And I think that was probably where this mistake originated. And then I kept repeating this over and over. Then I would get to where like I would have a crusty computer and it could record audio. It was fine, you know? And if I would have rendered the effects, then I could have done plenty of tracks. But I always was like, oh, I need a faster computer so I can have like, you know, 50 tracks or whatever. You know, and then finally, my mom got some money from her retirement. And she's like, here, I'm going to buy you a microphone, computer, speakers, everything you need to record. Okay, great. And then get all that stuff. And then I record a couple of songs and then I stopped recording and I stopped making music. And, yeah, so I mean, I already had a fast computer at the time anyway, that could handle everything. And I had a bunch of plugins and stuff and just stopped making music. And fast forward more years. I started making my own money. And I was like, all right, now I'm making money now. I'm going to get a guitar. I'm going to get a new microphone. Going to get a new computer. Because, you know, time had passed. And I get the guitar. And it's just sitting in my room. And it's just staring at me. And I'm just getting mad every time. Every time I see this thing. And it's so pretty, too. I got it in here. Let's see if I can switch to that camera. Yeah, look at this thing. Can you see it? There. There. This Godin. I was so excited about this. And because like, oh, I can be a one-man show. I can do MIDI. I can do everything. Nothing will be able to stop me. Of course, all this time I had not been actually playing the guitar. So if I had been playing, then I probably would be good enough to record. I had another guitar. I mean, I had an acoustic guitar, right? So yeah, so that happened, and it's just staring at me. And I remember it was about this time, maybe a few years before I got the guitar, or not even around the same time. What was it? I always thought, oh, I need good. My recordings don't sound good. I need better mastering. I need better mastering plugin. And I was like, if I could just get Slate FGX2, if it would just come out, then my recordings would sound better. Because I bought FGX1 and he promised FGX2 was coming, which by the way took like 10 years. So, and I kind of did. I guess I programmed myself to wait until FGX2 came out to actually start releasing music. Because I said that in my mind. I was like, I can't release music until Slate FGX2 comes out. Then all of my music will sound good. And this is like literally the stupidest thing I ever said to myself, because it's completely dumb. It's completely dumb. There were other options out there. I had FGX1 I could have mastered, but that I'm realizing like now, like how little the mastering plugin matters. I could have used Ozone. I could have bought Ozone. I could have did a million things. And instead I just, I thought to myself, oh, I can't make music because FGX2 hasn't come out, so I don't want to release anything yet. But I wasn't actually recording anything either, so it was just this like weird catch-22 thing. Like, every now and then I would get a bug. Every 6 months or a couple of years, I would record a song, but like just track it out, like in just some rough hard drive graveyard situation. So I said all that to say, at any point along the line for the last almost 20 years, I could have made music. I could have made songs. I had stuff that could have done it. You know what I mean? So like, granted, I didn't have everything. I didn't have every plugin. Well, eventually I did, but and that's the thing. Like, I didn't start making music until I changed my internal state that I'm the guy that makes music. I'm a musician. I had to change it back. I had to go, oh yeah, remember who you are. Remember you have this song inside of you, and start doing it. Start making music, And before that though, I was like getting every plugin. I was accumulating. I'm like, I need every plugin made, I need Ozone so that my master sounds like I got back on that track. I need every single thing. Like I needed everything. I needed everything but Waves. I always had a grudge against Waves, and kind of Contact also, like whatever their whole system was. Like I didn't never like the interface and the amount of hard drive space that, what is that one? Everybody uses it. What is it? Native Instruments. Yeah, I just avoided Native Instruments because like their hard drive thing it just eats hard drive space, and then like also some of the plugins are not good. Like it's just like this weird mix of like really bad and like some okay, really great plugins. I just steered away from it. Yeah, so we're here now and we have every plugin, and when I open my DAW, it's like I wish I only had some plugins. Like, do I need to just go and delete all these, or like sometimes I go back? So I need to just make a folder of plugins that I actually use, which tend to be Plugin Alliance plugins, which is nice because it's an affordable subscription. So I've been doing that a lot recently. And as far as sounds and like pads and like like libraries, like I don't have that many actual libraries. I use for a minute I was using UVI because I think their subscription is really good. Like if you subscribe to UVI, you get like so many like massive libraries. But I'm kind of like moving toward just using the sounds. I've got Pigments, using sounds built into the DAW, using what else we got? Trying to use the one that comes with Plugin Alliance. What is that thing called? I can't remember the name of it. But it's just a few cents, just real basic stuff. And I got Sublab for the bass. That's like one of the best bass plugins. And we got Easy Bass for like a real bass, and just keeping it simple. Play guitar. And then I try to make my guitars not sound like guitars sometimes, and that's just all effects, and, there's multiple ways to do things. Like if you need and to address your point directly, Tiger, I know he was talking about like buying a new library that's like a soundscape pad, that like if you can't make a cool pad sound out of a pad sound, like, you know what I mean? Like you could definitely sub in whatever pad thing that you're looking at, like, with another pad, like, I've done that. I mean, I've even like I recreated the beat for Unholy, and it sounds very close. And I just used really basic plugins. The only thing I had to use was I did have to use the UVI choir library to get like a good choir sound. But like you don't need all the plugins, you know, and then with the subscription, you can kind of you turn them on for specific projects, you know. So if you have a brief that's like, I need voices, choir voices in it, then get the UVI thing, rent it, and then, you know, get all that stuff, you know. But like, it's not the thing keeping you from making music. You see what I'm saying? Am I making any sense? Like, I could have made music for the last 20 years using the stuff I had. That's what I'm trying to say. And probably with what you have, you can make music, and, you know, add more as you feel like you need to. But like, don't let that be the thing that stops you from making the song, or you know what I'm saying? That's really the whole point. If anybody else wants to chime in, or Tigro, you want to chime in, let me know. Otherwise, this might be the end of the stream. This might be it might be over. Also, I've got videos coming out. I got a video on compression coming out. I did a entire video on compression without graphics, because I was like, you know what? Let's just make this so easy that like anybody can understand it, and it's no graphics. And then the only thing I did to illustrate it was I did open a very visual plugin at the end of the video, but I think it's just to show people that need that visualization of compression. And I just laughed because I was like, there's a 10-hour class on compression on mastering.com's YouTube video. And it's so ridiculous. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. And I had this revelation, Tigro. Okay. I've been watching The Voice. I'm a sucker for The Voice. I don't usually watch it, but like this latest season, we were rewatching it. Don't tell me who wins. I don't know yet. We're almost done though. And one of the contestants says something. He's like, your ops are either obstacles or opportunities. And it's just the only thing that you change is yourself, your mindset about it. And I think, Tigro, time is your greatest. Oh, wow, that's fun. Time is your greatest adversary in life could actually be time is your greatest advantage or asset in life. It's the thing you have in this realm that you can use to make stuff. So maybe flip all that on its head, Tigro. That's what makes being human human. That's because if we're just spirits, we're like out of the time realm, you know. That's what makes us being physical here. Not to get too deep, but yeah, maybe flip it on its head. Maybe just flip everything. Total relaxation. Medipads. All right. What is this?
Welcome and welcome back. Now listen to this. Listen to
It sounds like a.
Okay, we switch.
What am I looking at? It sounds like a UVI pad. What is the... I can't see. Does it like have binaural beats or something built in? I mean, that is kind of cool. Do you know that Korg also has a subscription library, I think? I'm pretty sure they do. So you could get the actual sound. The only... I think I saw somewhere, I know I saw in the the start screen of Studio One. It was like a post about using like the binaural beats. Like, was something built into Studio One? I'm like, what? I'm gonna see. So, yeah, right here, Studio One, your binaural beats lab. This is serious? This is real? I didn't know it had that in there. Okay, I see. Use the tone generator. Oh, it's just saying to use 2 tone generators. And make them yourself. Yeah. There's like software that does that for you. And then there's also, I've been using, I don't know if you ever caught this in any of my streams, but I used the, what's that thing called? The OV1 Records thing. They just reset their license, so it may not load up. Hold on, check. The Plutonium. That is a woo-woo plugin right there. Yeah, it did reset. Please reactivate your license. Yeah. That's always a thing I want to show. It's like, yeah, bro, you probably have pad sounds, man. Just add. It just sounds like they have more reverb on them. Just, do you have Valhalla yet? If you don't have Valhalla, that's the thing to buy. How much is this library? How much is this library? Oh my gosh, Tigrel, no, don't spend $100 on pad sounds. Jeez, bro. No way, bro. Get it if you need pads, get the UVI subscription for a couple of months. That thing, you won't go wrong with that. All the sounds in UVI are sick, and they have crazy stuff. No way. Have you ever got the UVI subscription? It's kind of expensive. Like, it's like one that I'll get and then cancel if I need it for a project. But like, bro, like, ooh, yeah. In the Falcon expansions, there's so many pads. Fluidity, atmospheric, cinematic shades, plurality, ether fields. This is kind of probably around the same. Organic pads, pulsar. There's like so many sounds, like for $24. Yeah, it's expensive, but you're getting so much stuff. And now they have these effects that are really good too. And their drum, the reason I was able to, like, their drum replacer is the best. It's really good. Plate. And their regular effects just sound better than just like a regular effect, which is weird. But like, and you might be able to try them. I don't know if they have a trial. And it's a little bit weird how stuff works. Like, you have to install Falcon, and then Falcon is like the contact player of their company. And then all this stuff runs in there. Yeah, I mean, it's just insane. Like, I made some weird beats with this stuff. Like, I used the augmented orchestra on a beat. I was like, what is this? Like, I don't have to do anything. You just push a button and it sounds amazing. Like, it's just so sick. So sick. The World Suite 2 is pretty awesome. Glass Orchestra. What is that? Okay, all for those of you just getting here, all of the like important stuff was like kind of the story at the beginning. So I know it's a, I mean, it's only I've only been live like 10 minutes, but like go back to the beginning and 2x it, catch up. But the short version is like you probably have enough stuff to make some music, and then you know if you have extra money, then maybe get extra stuff. And I did want to talk about like a couple of things that I think kind of level up mixes, and maybe I don't know, maybe it's a whole other video. Basically just get Plugin Alliance, and then if you need something, I think everybody needs something like Soothe or DSEQ3, because that's the thing that just kind of like sweetens the audio in a way that like nothing else really does. But it's not a requirement. Like you can definitely make music without those. Yeah, this is expensive, but it's everything sounds so good. This Glass Orchestra. Oh, if you're new here, say hi in the chat. This is pretty low key stream. Yesterday's video was pretty concise, pretty good. Maybe watch yesterday's stream, which is not correctly linked, so I'll get that set up. And then also there's a Discord where we are building out like the back end of music business, kind of figuring out like a different way to market your music in real time. So like I'm doing this with my Jakey Wakey plan. I am Jakey Wakey, so yeah. But we're figuring out how to like alternative ways to market your music and your services to make money with your music. Let's see here. Discord in the chat. I think this is mine, hopefully. Yeah. Like I was thinking about it, Tigreal. Like I was like, I don't know. Like I want to give you the 7-day song challenge, but like I feel like that's the problem, right? It's like you're not, that commitment is not there. Like it's like I feel like if you spent the $7 to get the challenge, it will help you just finish a song because you put $7 in it. You know what I'm saying? Like you put $1 in for every day. So you're like, I guess I have to do this, or you know what I mean? Like kind of thing. Like, and I know it's a different type of music, but you said you do have like a pop song you could do, you know? Yeah. Oh, here's like a Venus Theory instrument. Falcon 3. I don't even think I installed Falcon 3. Oh my goodness. Or maybe I did. All right. I wish I had like a better story to end the stream with, but that's pretty much it. I promise it will help because you haven't done the first step probably. You probably did. Did you write yourself a song brief for yourself? Just do the first step. Write yourself a song brief and put a date on it. Even though you've already, I had to do this backwards for myself too. Like I started a song and then I was like, I need to write a song brief for the song. So then I went back and wrote a song brief. You saw me do it. I got tripped up on my own song. And so I went back and wrote a song brief for my own song and then had that to reference. So yeah, but it's not about having it's not about having the idea in your head. It's about like it's like, because when you get stuck and your DAW is open and then you have that song brief right there, you just glance over at it. It's not like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's how I got through when I was like writing the songs for, Songfinch. Like, I would get so stuck. Like, I had to finish the song. Like, there was no option. You can't not finish the song when you have a client. And so I was just like stressing, bro. I was stressing, and I would just be like, okay, well, I'll just stare at this, just look at the song brief and go, okay, like, just make a song brief for yourself. Like, literally type it out. Like, it just makes a difference having something to reference. I know it sounds stupid because you know what you want in your head, but then when you're in the flow and the creating and then you get stuck, you need to be able to pop back into it, and you just have to look at that reference. That's why I talk about this the way I do. That's why I tell everyone to do this. That's why it's in there. It's not like, yeah. It's about having another document. It doesn't have to, you don't have to call it a song brief. You can call it whatever. It's just like having a document to look at, to refer to yourself. It's about having the separate document. That's the whole point. And then also there's a browser extension I use to, like, if you're getting distracted, to like block everything. Like, I've got a browser extension to like block recommended videos on YouTube. I have a browser extension to block like everything, like to keep you from getting distracted. And then also it puts like let me show you. Like, when I open a new tab, this is what I see. I don't even remember what this thing is called. Hold on. This is what I see. It's good morning, JW. What is your main goal for today? Finish editing videos and YouTube descriptions. Now, every time I open a browser tab, this is what I see. So if you had write 2 minutes of music, or write the main theme for whatever, or the melody, or the top line, or the chords, or the whatever, let's see. It's called, I think it's just called Focus. Let me see. Settings. This is called to do. Momentum. It's called Momentum. So yeah, just go to Google Chrome and then go to the extensions shop or whatever it's called, and then type in Momentum. And then when I'm on YouTube, you gotta see what this looks like. This is crazy. I think I have it on now. Yeah, this is my YouTube. I don't see shit. Nothing. I have to click this button, and it's not even here all the time. You have to add the button so that you can even click it to see what is here. And then at the end of a video, look at this 10-hour course on compression.
That big of a deal.
So I'm so glad I made my video is less than 10 minutes about compression, and it'll be up probably in the morning for you guys. But at the end of the video, watch this.
I hope you enjoyed that.
All right, that's enough. Okay. At the end of this video, watch what happens. Come on, bro. 10-hour video. 10 hours on compression. Like, could you imagine? Like, I don't know. Like, these guys, like, they're doing something right because they're selling your dream to you. They're selling, hey, you need to learn all of this stuff so that you can make music. This is why you're not making music, but I don't agree with them. That's not why you're not making music. But here, show into video suggestion. Like, it's not, it doesn't even give you all of those videos to look at. This one is called, remove YouTube suggestions, RYS. And you can customize it so that, like, you can see some stuff, but yeah. And you'll turn it off and then forget that you have the extension. But I just turned mine on again yesterday. I was like, I'm getting lost. I need to get back to making videos, man. So hopefully those are a couple of tips that you can use, and whoever has stumbled upon the video. And if you like more tips to help you actually get songs done, make sure you're subscribed and then watch another video on the channel up here. And thanks again for showing up in the chat. And it's really cool. A couple people actually hopped in. Hopefully they caught the beginning of the video and not the line portion. And we'll see you in the next one.